Hi, I'm Harvey Wizard with the story of how I got to meet the founder of the Princeton Review, John Katzman, and got to sit across from him and have him tell me face to face, well, Harvey, I guess I could say our systems are cousins of one another, but to be honest, I would be your very stupid cousin. The story begins about 8 years ago when I was standing in line to get a book gift wrapped at Barnes & Noble's in New York City. And I noticed that the gift wrap table was being manned by PTA volunteers. That's mostly parents who were trying to make money for their PTA, their school PTA, and Barnes & Noble's was pretty slick. They obviously were not paying them. They just said, you do the gift wrapping for free and we'll put a tip jar and you can raise money for your PTA. Well, that tip jar was pretty empty and the woman sitting at the table looked pretty exhausted. And I suggested, because at the time I'd been doing this all over the country, why don't I come to your school and do one of my charity events where I don't get any money. I'll just get up in the auditorium and for 90 minutes teach my perfect SAT system, the 54 rules that guarantee a 1530 or better score, right? And it's all systematized. And you could raise money for your PTA. Sometimes people raise money for charities. And as I was explaining it, I got that look, the New York look of, how are you trying to scam me, buddy? And at that very moment, and this is bizarre, I get a tap on the back of my shoulder. And I turn around and the woman asks, are you Harvey Wizard? Harvey the college wizard? And I say, well, yes, I am. But how would you know that? I wasn't really, that well known at that point. And she said, well, we noticed your ad, and I work for John Katzman, the guy who started the Princeton Review, and he can't understand how you could possibly offer unlimited lessons. He's been in the business for 35 years. Are you losing money? I said, no, I'm not. It's just I have a better system than him. Fast forward a few days, I set up a meeting because he does want to meet me. And he says, how could you offer unlimited lessons? And I said, well, I've got a better system than you. And he said, what do you mean? I said, well, in one sentence, I can guarantee a perfect reading score on the SAT. And he said, what's the sentence? And I said, every word of a correct answer must match something in the text you can point to that means the same thing. It's really just a word match puzzle. You don't have to read the passage, and it guarantees you the right answer every time. And he said, well, Harvey, you may be a smart guy, but I've been in this business for 30 years. I don't believe you. And I sat with John Katzman, the founder of the Princeton Review, going through the College Board book, question after question after question after question. And after about an hour, he said, well, Harvey, I guess I could say our systems are cousins of one another, but to be honest, I would be your very stupid cousin. And then he wanted to make an army of Harveys, a multi-million-dollar deal. I said no. So that's the system I'm now giving away for free. So if you haven't already clicked through, because it's for a limited time, click the link below, get my perfect SAT system, because I know it's the best thing in the world, and I want you to have it for free. I only work with about 60 students a year. That's unlimited SAT tutoring, plus helping with their student branding and getting all their essays perfect and all of that stuff. But I want everybody else to have the best system in the world. Signing off, Pura Vida from Costa Rica.